Todd Chrisley, Julie Chrisley on divorce rumors after prison release. Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another video. I hope everyone's having a great day. Before watching the video, please subscribe and like it. Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley addressed divorce rumors after prison release. When it comes to their marriage, Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley know best. The Chrisley Knows Best albums, which were released from prison in May after receiving presidential pardons from Donald Trump, shut down speculation about the state of their relationship in the wake of regaining their freedom. Let me set the record straight, Julie said on the July 8 episode of her daughter Savannah Chrisley's Unlocked podcast. We are not getting divorced. Although the couple was in prison hundreds of miles apart. Todd, 56, served his sentence in Florida, while Julie, 52, was behind bars in Kentucky. They managed to keep their bond as strong as ever. In my mind, I was never away from her, and I would tell her in the emails every day. Todd, dad to Chase, 28, Savannah, 27, Grayson, 18, and Chloe, 11, with Julie, as well as Lindsay, 35, and Kyle, 33, with ex-wife Teresa Terry, explained. I said, I'm with you every step you take and feel my love surrounding you at all times. When I went to bed at night, she was right there with me. When I woke up and I did my prayers, she was right there with me. Julie Chrisley details nerves ahead of seeing Todd Chrisley for the first time in 2 years, so when the patriarch was finally reunited with his wife of nearly 30 years, he described their dynamic as second nature. The first night together, I was so grateful just to get in the bed with her, and I think you said it best. There was no awkwardness, he continued. There was no, what are we supposed to be doing? As for Julie, she agreed that her physical distance from Todd didn't take away from their emotional connection. I don't think there was anything in my mind that we were separate, or that we were ever going to be separated, she shared. It allowed us to come back together. While the reality stars' relationship remained intact during their confinement, that's not to say they didn't evolve as individuals. We have changed, he said during a June 28 appearance on My View with Lara Trump, adding, if we did not change in these 28 months, it would have been wasted. Keep reading for a detailed look at Todd and Julie's years-long legal saga. Todd and Julie Chrisley are pushing back against swirling rumors that their marriage has unraveled in the wake of their high-profile prison sentences. Speaking out publicly for the first time since their release, the Chrisley Knows Best stars are addressing speculation that they are headed for divorce with the same candor and defiance that made them household names for years. Though much has changed in their lives since stepping into federal prison together, one thing they say has not wavered is their commitment to one another and to the vows they took long before fame, fortune, and controversy. In an emotional new episode of their daughter Savannah Chrisley's podcast, Todd and Julie opened up about the impact prison had on their marriage, how they stayed connected through the separation, and why the rumors about them splitting up are both painful and completely false. Their voices carried the weight of people who have endured immense public scrutiny, personal loss, and emotional upheaval, yet they spoke with unity and clarity, insisting that despite everything they remain each other's anchor and plan to face the future as a team. Julie admitted that being separated from Todd for such a long period of time tested her in ways she never imagined. She described the experience as heartbreaking, lonely, and spiritually draining, but also said it gave her the opportunity to reflect on the love that brought them together in the first place. She spoke of late nights spent replaying memories of their early years, letters exchanged between their facilities, and the deep ache of not being able to reach out during moments of fear or pain. But she insisted that not once did she consider giving up on her husband or their marriage. Todd echoed her sentiments, saying that prison stripped away everything except the truth, and that truth revealed how strong their bond really is. He said the rumors about divorce hurt more than most headlines, not because they made him doubt Julie's love, but because they showed how quickly people assume the worst about relationships under stress. He said people forget that marriage is not about perfection. It's about choosing one another again and again, even when the world feels like it's falling apart. Even when you're on opposite sides of a barbed wire fence, with only a letter to say I love you. Their candid conversation tackled head-on the media frenzy that has followed them from the courtroom to prison and now into this new chapter of post-incarceration life. Todd called out the way their love story has been turned into clickbait and insisted that while they have faced unimaginable challenges, the idea that they're now ready to walk away from each other could not be further from the truth. Julie said she has read the headlines too, but instead of letting them cause division, she chose to let them be a reminder of how important it is to protect what matters and not allow the noise of the outside world to shape the reality of their marriage. They also acknowledged that the distance, the silence, and the daily challenges of incarceration could have easily broken their relationship apart, but instead they say it made them stronger, more honest, and more deeply connected than ever before. Julie described how every visit, every call, every letter became a lifeline, and how hearing Todd's voice, even for a few moments, brought her comfort in a place where hope was in short supply. Todd said that in those moments he understood what commitment really means and how love is tested not in good times, but in the storms that threaten to wash everything away. Their family, especially Savannah, has played a critical role in helping them stay united during their time apart. Savannah served as a messenger, a motivator, and often a lifeline, making sure her parents knew they were not forgotten, that their love story still mattered, and that their children were holding things together on the outside. Both Todd and Julie praised their daughter's strength, calling her the glue that held the family together, and someone who reminded them every day why they had to keep fighting for their love for their family and for the future they still believe in. As for how they plan to move forward now that they're both free, Todd and Julie say they are focused entirely on healing their family and nurturing the relationship that has endured more scrutiny and more stress than most couples ever face. They say they are taking things slowly, rebuilding routines, rediscovering each other without distractions, and learning how to live in peace after so many years of chaos and public pressure. Julie said she no longer cares about the spotlight or what people say. She just wants quiet moments with the man she loves and the family that stood by them. Todd said they are not interested in proving anything to anyone anymore, that they are done performing and are only interested in real conversations, real emotions, and real growth. He said their love story is not perfect, but it is real, and that matters more than anyone's opinion. He also said he hopes their honesty about their struggles will help other couples understand that marriage is messy, complicated, and at times painful. But when two people are willing to keep choosing each other, there is still beauty to be found even in the wreckage. Their return home has not been without challenges. The emotional trauma, the readjustment, and the lingering stigma of their convictions still loom over their everyday lives, but they say they are focused on each other, on therapy, on rebuilding, and on shutting out the noise that has tried so hard to tear them down. They know some people will never believe in their redemption or their love, but they are not trying to convince the world anymore. They are simply trying to live their truth together and make sense of all they have lost and all they still have. The divorce rumors, while painful, have also made them more intentional about how they show up for each other and how they communicate in their relationship. Julie said they have never been more open with one another about their fears, regrets, hopes, and dreams. She said she now understands the importance of emotional intimacy and how essential it is to feel seen, heard, and valued in a marriage. Todd said prison gave him time to reflect on who he was as a husband and who he wants to be now. He said he failed in many ways before, but is determined not to fail now. Both of them have also emphasized the importance of faith in their marriage, saying that their belief in God and the prayers they said for each other every single day are what helped carry them through the hardest moments. They believe that their love story is far from over, and that perhaps the most meaningful chapters are still ahead of them. They say that redemption does not come easily and healing takes time, but they are committed to the process and to one another every single day. For fans who have followed the Chrisleys since their television debut, the image of Todd and Julie as the picture-perfect Southern couple has evolved into something far more complicated and far more human. They are no longer characters on a screen, but real people who have been humbled by life, who have fought to stay together in the face of unimaginable odds, and who are now trying to live a quieter, more authentic life with fewer headlines and more heart. Whether the world believes them or not, Todd and Julie say they are still in love, still married, and still choosing each other despite it all. They are not walking away from their marriage or their family. They are walking toward each other even now, with scars, regrets, and a future that remains uncertain, because for them, love is not about easy answers or perfect stories. It is about staying even when leaving might be simpler, and that is exactly what they plan to keep doing. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.